and getting unified with the internal power that is you and yours, and move it and start to wield it, then that will be enough of us can cause the critical mass, or the so-called 100th monkey theory, that can fix all this stuff. Because I think melanin-rich people fell all over the planet around 1492. And melanin-rich people can stand all over the planet around 2011, 2012, if y'all are ready for this. And it's not that complicated, okay? It's seriously not. But the first order of business is to find out that something is wrong. See it, know it, and feel it, or hear it, that something is wrong. And once you know something is wrong, you know it needs to be leveled out or rectified or modified or whatever word you want to use. 2, you have to acquire enough clarity, oversight, and insight to really know what the problem is in order for you to clarify what you thought, felt, saw, or heard that it was. Okay? That way, when you start seeing these children come, you already know, okay, somewhere they're being tortured, tormented, abused, molested, ritualized. Something's happening to them that's not good for them, because if it was good for them, they'd have left them with their parents, unless their parents aren't good for them. And unfortunately, that is the case in a lot of households as well, because of drugs and alcohol and these other substances and things that, you know, that's why they call liquor spirits, because they let in spirits. Seriously. Going on to say, or what you guys call, for lack of better words, foul energy or foul frequencies. Let me put it that way, because when I say spirits, I'm going to spook somebody out there. 3, you must delineate between your individual self and what is real versus what is imaginary and colorable, that which is not real. Okay? Now, the 4th order of business is that you must determine what role it is that you yourself have played in your current predicament, whether your predicament is a good one or a bad one, because something in you drew this mess to you. And it could have been the janky, jacked up way you were raised, or the fact that your mom was on drugs, or you were on drugs, or you were molested, or you spent too much time in the church, or whatever the deal may be. But something is going on if it was not so good, if your current predicament is not that good, or if your current predicament is good. Because, again, thoughts are things. That's why the European is so masterful with their media and their television shows. They must always put before you the image of what they want to happen in the world, so that when your melanin-rich eyes lock on it and lock that down to the reality and truth, it can quickly become the truth for them, but it damn sure ain't the truth for you. But if you give it too much of your energy, their truth and their projected future will become yours. And I'm going to tell you now, we don't want their truth. We're talking about people who their whole culture is about incestual inbreeding, child molestation and child sodomy, and cannibalism and eating children. This is the whole culture. And a lot of people ran away from it because they were sick of it. That's why a lot of them wound up all over the place. But they got followed by people that didn't want them to get better. They wanted them to stay crazy like they are. Okay? And unfortunately, instead of us raising a lot of them up, they brought a lot of us down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get you back on point so you can do what you got to do. The individuals that have done the work can do it. Ain't going to be that much work for you guys because you're already melanin rich. And if you followed these shows like I've told you, you will be able to keep up with me and follow where I'm going, because I don't want you doing things and using the wrong words. And I hate to use the brother because I love Michael Jackson, but prime example, like I've said many, many times before, a mighty, mighty powerful brother, heavily melanin rich back in the day. And when he came out with this song, Bad, the more he repeated it, the more he became the definition of the word that he was using, not knowing what the word meant. The word bad means a hermaphrodite or a womanish man. By constantly, I'm bad, you know it, I'm bad. Every time he did a show, and you got to repeat these songs, you got to repeat this show on your tour or your world tour or whatever, he wound up speaking himself into becoming, and I'm not trying to down this brother. I have nothing but respect for with his brother. But I'm saying, I'm using him because everybody in the world knows who he is. I don't want to, just use me all the time. But everybody in the world knows who Michael is. So not knowing what the word bad meant, he kept using this word and repeating it and saying, I'm bad, you know it. So as a result, that's kind of what he became, more womanish. He became a little bit more effeminate. Not saying that that made him gay, but he became more neutral or hermaphroditic. Male, female was the image that he kind of spoke himself into. So I'm saying that to say, before you start trying to do a lot of what I'm telling you, you guys need to catch up on my work so you don't take this and kick, backwards yourself into another corner because you don't know everything that you need to know because you didn't catch up with everything I'm trying to tell you. Now, the other thing is, the fifth thing is you must find the tools that are going to enable you or give you the ability to do a more appropriate and sufficient job every day, especially when it involves your internal communicative dialogue with yourself and then with others. Okay? The sixth thing is you must consume the most appropriate air, words, thoughts, food, and water that you can possibly get your hands on. And that's difficult to do because they are trying to poison everything and everybody. But again, if you know that you're melanin rich and you comprehend that melanin has the capacity to transmute and transmogrify any frequency, resonance, vibration, and transform it into any other one, you can clean this stuff up for yourself. Okay? Now, the other thing that you need to know is, number 7, upon realizing that you have the power and you are the power to, and that does mold your reality, then you must protect yourself from outside and sometimes internal forces before you deliberately evolve into your power and begin channeling how your energy flows and levels from you, okay? And I gave you some of the things before. I'm going to give you some more before we close in a couple of minutes. And I know people will have questions, and I don't know that I'm going to have time to do any questions and answers on this show or any of these other spirituality shows, but we'll see. And, when I had questions and answers, nobody had no questions, so I'm really not all interested in hearing any questions or comments. However, the 8th thing is you must master the energy that you live, move, and have your being in, okay? That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. Now, I'm going to give you, because we're getting ready to close out, I'm going to give you a couple of power things that are real simple, real simple. The last time I was trying to, should I give you guys some more of those sounds? I'll give you guys some more sounds because I'm going to help build you up. Now, one thing I want a lot of you to do to clean up the energy in your auric field is I want you to, if you have access to a bath, and some people live in situations where they have nothing but a shower, in those instances, I want you to put the stuff on the floor and stand on it. However, salt. You can go to Home Depot or any of these other major home rebuilding warehouses. I forget what they call these kind of stores where you can go buy screws and nails and hammers and things. A lot of those stores sell salt by the bag. I mean, a big bag that's so heavy you might need help carrying it, okay? For those individuals that, money is short and you need to acquire some more, remember I already gave you the way to start creating your own money magnet by tithing yourself first and then just leaving the money, letting it sit in a safe or in the mattress the way the ancestors used to do. And it's not easy if you live around a bunch of relatives that steal and do drugs and whatever the case may be, but do the best you can. If you don't have the capacity to go out and purchase a bag of this rock salt, you can use table salt. You can use sea salt. You can use Morton salt. you can use Epsom salt. Take a bath in some salt. Make absolutely sure that your hair and your whole head, if you have a bathtub, gets under the water in the salt, okay? Your whole hairline needs to be submerged in the salt. Not necessarily during the whole bath, but before you get out of the tub, especially if you have locks in your hair, or braids, you need to get your whole head in this salt water to start cleaning your astral energy field. And then you can work on the sun and this and that and the other, as I was telling you before. Now, there are some things that we all heard when we were children, but they had us going in a recycle wheel that was backwards. Many people have heard this do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and absolve me because I'm no singer, okay? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do is backwards, all right? Especially if you're melanin rich. What I want you to do is I want you to understand this, and I'm going to give you some information. I'm going to try to do it real quick, like, dang, I'm running out of time. Dang, 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 dang. Do is related to Mars, and it's red, like the lower chakra, okay? I'm demystifying this stuff for you guys. Re, R-E, is orange, and it's related to the sun, which is the second chakra up from the root chakra. Mi is yellow, and it's related to Mercury. That goes in line with the solar plexus chakra. Fa is green, and it's connected to Saturn. It's going to synchronize more with the heart chakra. Some people say green, some people say pink, but it's going to be more in line with the heart chakra. Sol, S-O-L, is going to be blue, connected with Jupiter, more in line with the throat chakra. La is going to be indigo, connected to Venus, more in line with the so-called third eye or pituitary area chakra. And C, or T, my bad, T, is going to be in line with the crown. It's going to be connected to the moon. It's violet colored, and it's going to be in line with the crown chakra. Now, when you say do, and I want you to hold the note, do, and then when you're done, re, mi, fa, sol, and you're going to feel when you're doing this, if you are kinesthetic, you should feel the resonation in each chakra when you do this sound. If you were visual, try to picture the color of each chakra when you do these sounds. If you don't know where the chakras are or where the chakras are, go online and try to find a picture of chakras, where they are and what color they are. If you're kinesthetic and you need to have your hands on something, you can get balls or marbles, or if you can get genuine stones, that's better, that are the color of these chakras, okay? When you do the la, which is going to be your pituitary, when you get up to T and you hold the T, you're going to feel that go up the roof of your mouth and start coming out the crown of your head. But when you're done, I don't want you to go back to do. Do not go back to do. After you do T, then I want you to go up to C. C. And then when you repeat it, you go do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, si. And I want you to resonate that sound and carry it out. And that is going to start helping to get your chakras spinning more properly and back online, and do that bath. And absolve me for not letting you guys get any questions in. Again, if you need to talk to me, you can call me at 213-928-6155. Please tell me what state and or country you're calling from. And if you're T-Mobile, I need to know that, because I can talk to you for free all day on T-Mobile. If you're not, I need to know that too, so I know which phone number to call you from. You can email me, as I said before, at Yaffa Bay, the number 1 at att.net. And you can go check out my website at yaffabay.com.